Let us see the figure of speech used in poem life. Normally, what are the figures of speech we are using? I have already said: simile, metaphor, personification, imagery, anaphora, oxymoron, and alliteration. Now we are going to see about what do you mean by simile. In simile, what we are going to see is, it is nothing. Simply we can say it as a direct comparison between two things. One thing in common. Both things have one thing in common. What are the things? You can describe a person. He is so beautiful as an angel, or she is as beautiful as an angel. So you are using the comparative word. What is here, ma? It is nothing but like. So if two things are compared using words like, as, just as, so, using these words, if you are comparing two things, means it is called as simile. Direct comparison using words like, as, you see, like, as, just as, so. So you can say you were as brave as lion. So a person here, he is brave like a lion, The direct comparison is called simile. But in this first poem, there is no figure of speech simile. Second one is metaphor. The figures of speech which you are going to see, next one is metaphor. Here also two things are compared. Both are having one thing in common. But here it is called indirect comparison. Here we can say the comparison is done indirectly. So here no words like, as, so are used. So we can compare two things indirectly. Indirect comparison is called metaphor. What is the line we are using here? In which line we can find metaphor in this poem is new friendship, high adventure, and a crown. Because the poet is wishing that he wants a new friendship and high adventure and a crown, highest position. So he wants to be as a simple boy who wishes everything, whether he can get it or not, whatever may be. I have said in the poem itself, in your young age, the boys and girls are there in their own wonderland. They are the prince and princess. So similarly here comparison is comparing himself to a small boy who can get new friendship and high adventure and a crown. So indirect comparison is given in this line. So we are employing metaphor here. What is the next one is alliteration. Alliteration means it is nothing but repetition of consonant sound again and again. Repetition of consonant sound again and again. For example, what is the line we are using here is still seeking what I sought when but a boy. Here, what are you using here is the sound in this line, still seeking what I sought when but a boy. In this sound, yes gets repeated. Consonant sound, consonant and vowel. Here sound yes gets repeated again in still seeking, and yes, the sound yes gets repeated in still seeking. So alliteration is also employed in this line. In some questions it may be asked, still seeking what I sought when but a boy. In this, what figure of speech it is used? If you are asked a question like that, means simply you can write here alliteration also. If you are not able to identify the other A same line may carry more than one figure of speech also. So suppose if you are not going on with that answer, means you can simply write alliteration if the sound is repeated. So still seeking, here sound yes gets repeated again. So here alliteration is employed.